I can't swear.
No swearing, yeah.
No, mate, listen to this. My nan started listening to the pod and she pulled me up last week.
the big guns have come out.
They were like, you do swear quite a lot. I was like, yeah, we're trying to cut down. She's like, what do you mean we? It's you're the one that's swearing. Oh. Sorry, Nan. Cleaning up the act as of now.
Yeah, it's so good.
What's up, everybody? It's Friday. How are you?
It's the best day of the week, Thomas, surely, isn't it?
We are here. Welcome to the Tom and Will FPL show. My name is Tom.
And I'm Will, and it's Friday, and I'm happy. Do you want to know why?
I've got an alcohol problem.
I've had to come home from my parents because me and my dad just drink too much. Do you know why I'm really happy? And I know we're going to talk about it a little bit on the show, but Manchester United last night, still in Europe, unlike some, and we had a good performance for once.
And mate, as I said last week, you do not deserve Bruno Fernandes. That guy is dragging you, kicking and screaming.
Whoa, I won't hear it, but yes, he is. Hat-trick hero, but also there was some great performances from other players too. So that was good.
No one cares. Cool, I'll tell you what. On today's show, everybody, it is blank game week 29. It's finally here, as a lot of the game is on a free hit, or potentially even some wild cards floating around. I'll tell you who else is on a free hit. The Teen Machine. Our differential team has activated the chip because it is in bits. This is our last chance saloon to get to make some ground up on Will's nephew Spike. So that'll be the main part of the show today. We'll be looking at that. We'll also dive into our team, see how we're shaping up for our personal teams, looking into game week 29. Spend a little bit of chat on captaincy because it is by far and away not a slam dunk this week. So yeah, a little tricky one to discuss on captaincy. And then, as always, we'll finish the show with footballer 20 questions. This week it is Will's turn.
My turn.
Will's in the chair.
Let's go.
Guys, if you are watching this on YouTube, hit the like button. Yeah. Drop us a like, drop us a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. If you're listening on the podcast, please give us a 5-star review. And don't forget, guys, come and chat to us, man. At Tom and Will FPL across all the platforms. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know what you think about the show.
Yes.
Come say hi. We just want to chat. It's the weekend. We've got loads to talk about. We just want to hang out. What are you doing this weekend, Will? I'll tell you what. I'm too excited. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing.
Okay, I knew. The thing is, I can hear it in your voice. You're like,
I'm so excited.
I'm just gonna carry on with what I'm gonna say. What are you doing this weekend, Tom?
Well, so it all starts tonight.
Yeah.
The girls are going camping. Okay. Right, all of them. So I've got a free one.
Hey.
So a couple of my main boys.
I didn't get the invite, but fine.
Will, by the way, do you want to come to mine tonight? I've got a spare ticket. We're going. Listen, we're going to go see Andy C for a rave up tonight in Oxford. I do genuinely have a spare ticket, Will. So if you fancy it, come on down. Free gaff. Dogs are welcome. Anyway, so that's tonight. Tomorrow night, tomorrow, obviously a write-off, yeah. Complete write-off. And then Sunday, we are going for a little brunch to see Phil.
Yes, Philippe.
I pulled you up on the show, Phil, if he's got any excuses, better get him in now.
Do you know what? I've been part of the group chat and I've been like witnessing it, and I'm like, one of the reasons why I came back this weekend was to try and catch up with the guys on Sunday, but I don't think it's looking good. I've double booked. Originally I had plans. I'm trying to wiggle out of them, but I'm trying to see if I can squeeze. I'm moving stuff around to try and get a little cheeky boys brunch in. Which, by the way, is terrible planning from Philippe because you've only got a small little game in the afternoon. You Liverpool boys. Mate. What's going on? What's he even doing here?
For any regular listeners, Phil was obviously hosting the show a couple of weeks ago in Will's stead. He is a big Liverpool fan and he's had this day booked. He lives down in Cornwall and he's come up to London for the weekend and he wants to hook up, but he booked it before he realised it was the League Cup final on this day. So he slipped up big time. So I said, look, instead of like afternoon beers, let's do like a cheeky brunch and get back for the game. So that's where we're at the moment.
Nice.
On that, what do you think? Where are you watching the game then? Are you going to watch it?
I probably wasn't going to watch it, to be honest, because, you know, it's been a bit of a rubbish game.
It's been quite a week, man. It's been quite a week because obviously we're out of the Champions League, which is really unfortunate. But then we're going to make up for it straight away. Bounce back by a bit of silverware in the trophy cabinet. Felt for Darwin.
Well, it wasn't a pretty one, was it?
I felt for him. Everyone knew, I was texting Phil just saying, I don't want penalties because Darwin will take a penalty. And it's just, he's perfectly capable, but it's just his head's shot to bits, man.
It just wasn't the right time. I mean, look, we all knew that Trent would step up and take a penalty, but of course he got injured. And who else had to come off?
Mate, our best penalty takers, Mo obviously took one.
Yeah.
Soboslai, McAllister, both of them had to get subbed off because, to be fair to Slot, he went for the win. He wasn't playing for penalties. Which is I respect that, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's a shame. It's a shame. We played well. PSG are a quality outfit.
Well, one thing that I'm surprised by. Well, I'm not surprised by this at all because it's a team game. It's not about individuals. But they sell Neymar. They sell Messi. They sell, who else they have? Who's the third person that I had? Mbappe, right? And then that guy's just the three best players in the world at the time. And then out of that, they've invested a lot of money in youth and a good manager. And all of a sudden, they are an outfit, man. If they had a better league...
It's like what you said at the beginning. Yeah. But it's what you said at the beginning. They are a team now. Yeah. It's not just individuals. They're a quality team. Luis Enrique smashed it, didn't he?
Mate.
So they're gonna go far, mate. They're gonna go far. They got Villa in the next round. I mean, honestly. I can't swear. I almost swore then.
Yeah.
But mate, listen to this. My nan started listening to the pod and she pulled me up last week.
Oh, the big guns have come out. Now, Thomas, I can see her face. I can see a little face. Yeah, now, Thomas.
Big love to Pete and Shell who are watching this now. But they were like, you do swear quite a lot. I was like, yeah, we're trying to cut down. She's like, what do you mean we? It's you're the one that's swearing. Oh. Sorry, Nan. Cleaning up the act as of now.
Yeah.
But this weekend, I fancy us against Newcastle. Newcastle obviously going to be without Lewis Hall, without Anthony Gordon, but anything could happen. Liverpool-Newcastle was always a tough match. Obviously, we're going to be without Trent now.
You are out without Trent for a couple of weeks by the sounds of it. It didn't look good. And whenever it doesn't look good, when you see a player's leg fold in a weird position away and you go, oh no, don't, please don't. Which is a shame.
But after 120 minutes on penalties midweek, I think it's really levelling the playing field for Sunday. So it'll be a good game.
A little bit, but I am a little bit worried also, and this goes into our fancy teams, that the Isak, without Gordon and Hall, a lot of that comes down the left. A lot of his service, there's balls coming in from Hall, balls coming in from Gordon. Without that, they look a completely different team, in my opinion. So I'm because I'm even looking at Isak. I know he's got a double coming up, but I'm not sure if I.
I mean, you're not getting rid of him. You're not getting rid of him.
Well, TBC, to be continued.
Okay. Also, while we're here talking about Liverpool, I should thank you and the rest of Manchester United for handing us the title last week, taking points off Arsenal. Thank you very much. Beautiful work.
So welcome. So bloody welcome. It was an easy game. It should have been. I mean, we should have scored 2-3. We should have had that game in the bag. Just poor defending again. But yeah, all onwards and upwards. Manchester United are pretty much back in the fold. We got a brand new stadium coming. It's
where's that come from?
We got the circus.
Literally one day before it gets announced, I see Ratcliffe talking to Gary Neville in an interview, going, "Oh, we haven't got any money," and then the next day, 100,000 seater stadium announced. Have you seen that that Simpsons meme that's going around?
No.
Is that Simpsons episode where Homer he gets everyone's mashed potato. He's sitting at the dinner table, he puts everyone's mashed potato together, and he makes like this big thing, and it looks just like the Man United stadium. And it's saying that's Radcliffe making the designs for the new stadium. It is bang on.
That is so good.
Great.
It is wild. Like obviously the huge protests that have been going on by some of the supporters, which. I won't go into that, and then all of a sudden this interview comes out where he says we would have been bankrupt and broke by Christmas without my investment. Okay, fair. And then it is just a bit like, and then the next day Glaziers go and Ineos go, yeah, and we've agreed to another 100,000 seater stadium, which is going to cost 2.2 billion or whatever. And you're like, what? Sorry, how? And obviously I do get it. And anyway, like there's the pundits out there. Paul Merson, by the way, I've got new beef with Paul Merson. I've never really liked him.
Get in line.
I just think he's I just don't like him. I'm trying not to swear either, because the only things that came to mind are stuff that Pete and Shell don't like hearing. Yeah. And so yeah, I'm just, but he's just such an idiot, because when it comes to a state, we can't spend 2 billion on players because there's FFP, fair play rules. And it's like, come on. But what you can do is get investment in a huge stadium and the revenue. I looked at some of the numbers last night. Tom said to me, do a little bit of research. Do a bit of swatting up on this, and I was like, okay, the numbers of like profit from those big stadiums in the world. I'm looking at Tottenham, looking at Bayern Munich, looking at who's got that massive new stadium that's Tottenham, I guess. Oh, PSG. They've got a decent stadium, but they've got the highest ticket prices. Do you know how much money they make a month from just revenue from like?
Tell me, Will.
200 million. A month? Yeah. From like various different tickets, like obviously there's other stuff going on there, corporate stuff, this, that and the other. And that's money, man. Yeah,
that's a lot of cash. I mean, that surprises me, man, because all I hear is like, I didn't think there was loads of money in tickets, because they always say like they don't need to raise the prices of tickets because it's such a small percentage of their profits. They can afford to have cheaper tickets. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I don't know. Like, mate, I'm sure there's loads of other stuff going on match day, like you say, sponsorship and all that stuff.
It's wild.
But mate, where are they getting the money from? Though?
Well, it's just investors. It's investors.
Is it coming through the government as well?
They tried to get
something going on.
They tried to get the government involved to give them some funds. There is going to be some kind of involvement from the government, but they wanted to say it was going to be like the Wembley of the North. It's going to generate 17,000 new properties. It's going to housing 17,000 new properties. It's going to have 92,000 jobs just in the new facility. That's a lot. Yeah. And it's like, but the government then went. No, when they went, fine, well, we can do it on our own because investors are obviously just going to...
Screw you then.
Yeah.
Screw you then, we'll do it. We'll just keep all the lovely money, the 200 mil a month, we'll just keep it all to ourselves.
It'll be interesting. It's definitely the right move, but whatever. We'll see.
Cool. So before we get into our teams, let's quickly just catch up. We did the giveaway.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations. We haven't done a show since we did it, so we'll quickly say congratulations to FPL Merlin. He received the PS5 he chose in the end. PS5 copy of Call of Duty Black Ops 6. He sent us a lovely review, which I'm going to quickly read out because it was so great. He said... FPL Merlin review on Apple. These guys have all the raw materials to be the next big FPL show. Give it a listen. I'll be adding it to my regular listening.
What a legend. What a legend.
I'm glad he won.
Yeah, no, me too. To be fair, all of the people, I was just looking through, and all the people in the final that we did, I was like, they actually were all proper regulars, which I was super happy about. Yeah. There was no, like, I knew all of their names, and I was like, that's cool. It kind of worked out that way. So, well done, everyone.
One of the comments was like, FPL Merlin on those races that you found online. They were so much fun. But like, he, in both of his heats, he like literally presses a NOS button.
Yeah,
and he just like steamed into the lead twice.
He had a
And
little,
it's like,
he had a
what's
little,
going on?
He had a little mushroom, didn't he? Mushroom. Let's go.
You did great, mate. I really enjoyed those.
Funny.
Those races. So well done. Well done, FPL Merlin. Right, so
Congrats.
FPL. Let's talk our teams. So game week 29. Will, how are you shaping up? As we know, you do not have a free hit. So how's your team looking this week, mate?
Don't need it, mate. Last week, shall I?
Don't even need it.
Shall I have a very quick recap of last week's total points as well?
Super quick, because no one cares.
Decent week, had a lot of points on the bench. Annoyingly, had João Pedro on the bench and Milinkovic on the bench for 9 and 6. The rest of the team did well. 63, Mo Salah, Luis Diaz, Muniz, Kirkes in defence. Win.
Yeah, it was good, mate. 63 points was good. Just to remind everyone, the average game week 28 feels like a long time ago. The average was 52 points. I know because I got 52 points.
Such an average person.
Bang average.
Anyways, so this week I've got 2 free transfers, and I've got a few players that are not playing, obviously due to the blank. So I'm going to get rid of Luis Diaz reluctantly because he's been playing pretty well in my opinion, apart from getting knocked out of Europe. He's really
turned a corner. He's on fire at the moment.
He is. Him and Szoboszlai are really orchestrating things because Mo Salah has been locked up against Nuno Mendes. But we won't go into that. So my plan is to remove Luis Diaz. Feel the face of Tom. Luis Diaz. And also I'm going to, as you said last week, strengthen Greaves because he's got Nottingham Forest at home. So I'm going to replace those two, and I'm probably going to go with Bruno, and I'm probably going to go with Aina. I think I can get to both of them. So that's my plan.
Really good, mate. I like those. I'd love to get to Bruno this week.
I think he's just playing such good football, and we haven't got the best. So Leicester's a decent fixture, but the momentum is there. We saw it last night. I wouldn't be surprised if we start playing football out of nowhere. So, but also,
as we always say, it's amazing what confidence does, isn't it?
You could see
he is on fire.
You could see. I'm not going to go into it. Well, don't go into it. You could see the Manchester United team actually happy to be playing football together, and that's the difference. But you can quite quickly see Leicester battering us on Sunday, and I'll be just like crying. Trent is out of the EFL Cup final. That's confirmed. Just had a notification.
News just in.
So yeah, that's my plan. I think I'll be fine. I just don't know what to do with my
So you're holding on to Salah, holding on to Isak. And who's your third? Anyone else on the bench? You're not going to have any bench, are you?
No. Muniz for Crystal Palace is going to stay because they've got Southampton in 30.
Yeah. Tidy, mate. I like the sound of that. That sounds really good.
What about you, Pickly Poo?
I'm thinking, I don't know if I really want to use my transfer on Vardy. I want to attack.
Yeah.
Because there's every chance that Brighton score against Man City, right? So I'd rather save that transfer and potentially upgrade Django to Kluivert.
Yeah.
Just because we know he's playing, we know he's on pens, his ceiling is higher. It's annoying. I'd love Django to be locked in to start, and then maybe I would change Greaves because he's not going to do much. There's a few players in this team that I'd love to be free hitting. I've got like Mbuemo, but I've got Howson in defence, so they're kind of cancelling each other out. Raya in goal. Chelsea probably got a goal in them. I've got Palmer, who's looking way off it at the moment.
Yeah.
Quite happily not have him this week, to be honest with you. So it's fine. It's fine. Look, we always said just get 11 players out for 29. I'm not taking any hits. And then in game week 30, I very likely will be looking at a wild card, 30 or 31. I'll see how things land once we. But just to remind everyone, when we get to game week 30, we'll know how the double in 33 is looking, and that will shape our wild cards.
Hopefully. You say that, who knows?
I hope so. So yeah, that's where we're at. Like I said, we're not going to spend too much time talking about our team.
Yes, sir.
Right, let's quickly look at captaincy.
Oh God, it's
What
tricky.
are you thinking for captaincy?
I am Just as another, there is a potential that I might get rid of Palmer. I know it sounds crazy, but I might take a hit to allow.
I think it's crazy.
It's just a possibility because I've got a certain eye on Mr. Erling Haaland. I want to see how he's going to get on over the next few weeks. We know he's strong. I'm trying to look at that triple captain, but so there's a chance that I might do that. I'm just going to add that in there. Captaincy. I mean, if I go with Bruno, then I feel like it's got to be Bruno because I haven't really got anyone else. Like Bowen against Everton, I'm not going to do that. Kluivert's been playing well. Wood against Ipswich away is probably an option, but he's not really been at the races. Bruno makes me feel sick inside because even just getting Bruno in my team, I don't get my own team in apart from Ahmed for a while. I don't get United in my side because it's like it hurts more, doesn't it, Tom? You know what it's like.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
So yeah, I'm guessing maybe Bruno or Wood. What about you? What are you thinking?
At the moment, I've got it on Wood. I was just looking at what the striking stats are. Right, in the last 5, Beto is still the highest point scorer in the last 5 within the strikers, but Wood is second. He's got 35 points in his last 5. And my other options are I've got Vice, Bowen, and I've got Bumo. It's probably out of those 3, but to be honest, I don't fancy Bumo away to Bournemouth. Bowen away to Everton. Everton are I don't know. They're not as much of a low block as they used to be, and West Ham, they're looking better. But I think it's going to be Wood away to Ipswich at the moment. Like I said, I just haven't got as many attacking options. If I had Bruno, I think I'd probably chuck it on him. I think it's interesting. It's a bit spicy, and I like that. Like, I'm with you. Wood has not scored in a few, but maybe he's due. I think also, in the back of my mind, I think we were saying last week about the relegated teams are suddenly going to start turning things around and maybe putting in performances. I don't think that applies to Leicester and Southampton, but I do think that Ipswich could start becoming trickier to beat, and that could start this weekend against Forest. We'll see. We'll see.
That's a good shout.
I might flip to Bowen at the last minute. I'll see how I feel.
It's a good shout with Ipswich because I think I totally agree with you. Out of all 3 of those teams, you can see it in them. Like, you can see them pulling together and going for it. And I really hope they do, I must admit. But that does make it tricky for United.
There will be a lot of people, obviously, free hitting this week.
Yes.
As we said, I'm wildcarding. And I imagine there's going to be a lot of captaincies on Erling Haaland at home to Brighton. I think if you are in that boat, then potentially, I think Bruno, Haaland and Wood will be the highest captain players this week. And I think, to be honest, if you have Haaland, if you had Haaland, would you captain him this week? I think I would, to be honest.
Brighton at home, yeah, I guess I would. I'd still wait another week. I just don't know about. I've not seen enough from Haaland at the moment. I know he's getting back to it, but I prefer him next week against Leicester. Let's put it that way.
Sure. All right. Well, so do you think you're going to go Bruno as things stand?
Bruno or Wood? Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet. Okay. Cool. Yeah, and I'm gonna stay with Wood for now. Okay, cool. So that wraps up our teams this week. Guys, just a reminder, as we always do every week, you can still join the mini league if you fancy. The code to join is MUOMWR. Winner gets a Premier League jersey of your choosing for next season. Top of the league, we still have Mr. Glenn Judkins, who was actually. Didn't he come second in the races? He almost managed to get the Call of Duty Black Ops copy as well. So he could have been on for a clean sweep for this season. He is 14 points clear. He's got a 14-point buffer.
He's nearly on 2,000 points. How has he done that?
He's on 1998. That's the year you were born, wasn't it, Will?
Well, I wish. I'll give a good one, Tom.
He's got the whole of PEF League after him in the second place. Taste Das is down in 4th. Always gets an honourable mention.
Always.
Okay. Okay, cool. So let's get to it, right? we are differential. So the Teen Takedown, just for anybody who hasn't heard, Will's 50-year-old nephew Spike is mean. Okay, he threw down the gauntlet at the beginning of the season. He said, "I challenge you to a duel." We accepted on the basis that we would field a differential team against him. As a result of that, we're about 250 points behind him as things stand. Something like that. I mean, that's just rough numbers.
It's really hard now.
It's less.
I was all confident last week. And then this week, when the points started coming in, I was like, when you mentioned what's tricky is captaincy, and
we just can't get a break, man.
With Salah scoring, averaging like 25 points a captaincy a week on captain, it's really difficult. But that man, if we just bloody stuck the armband on Bruno Fernandes, we'd be in a better position.
I know, but just to put it in perspective. He captained Salah last week, who obviously we can't get to. That bought him 30 points.
That's it.
Our whole team got 37 points last week.
It's rough.
Didn't even do that bad.
Yeah, I was just looking, did right actually. Yeah.
But we captained Marmoush, like Will said, captaincy is just tough. It's tough out there when you haven't got premium players on who you captain. So this week we had Alisson in goal, Konate, Timber, Milenkovic, Szoboszlai, Marino, Foden, Bruno Fernandes, Eze, Marmoush, Welbeck. That was our 11 last week. We're having to chop them all out. Free hit time.
Let's do it.
So we're coming in fresh, right? Well, I've put together a very provisional first draft free hit. And I want to get your thoughts. And I'm wondering if you've got any suggestions, people that you would like to get in.
How about we do what we did before, and you go through them, and I'm just going to go yes or no.
Okay. So, our starting goalie this week, I've gone Onana away to Leicester. So, I think this week...
Doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel like a great start.
No. But, right, who do you think is most likely for a cleano this weekend, right? I think you're looking at Nottingham Forest, right?
Listen to what you're saying.
I know.
We concede in the first 20 minutes of every game.
Mate, Leicester are atrocious. They are atrocious.
They've got
right?
Jamie
and there's
Vardy.
Not many, right? Okay, right. Let's just go through the fixtures one by one.
Okay,
and tell me where the clean sheets are happening, right? Everton versus West Ham.
No, I don't see it.
No. Ipswich versus Nottingham Forest.
Yes.
Right? So, spoiler alert, I've got 2 Nottingham Forest defenders in this team currently.
Understood.
Right? So, Man City versus Brighton. Don't see a clean sheet there. No? Agree?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I agree. Fell asleep for a second.
I concur. Southampton versus Wolves.
Possibly.
Also, spoiler alert, I've put in Ryan Aït-Nouri into this team.
Yeah.
Right. So, Bournemouth versus Brentford. Don't see a cleano there. Arsenal versus Chelsea.
Could be. Could be a 0-0.
Arsenal. Mate, can you just check something for me? Have we got any Arsenal? Is Timber still under 10% owned? Because Timber's a shout. Because Chelsea scraped past FC Copenhagen last night. Apparently they were terrible in the first half. Like, they are really out of sorts at the moment. Arsenal, although not playing their best, they could easily shut out Chelsea, I think, this weekend.
4.7.
Yeah, okay. So Timber could be a shout. Let's make a note for Timber, because I think we could get a little Arsenal defensive asset. And then perhaps... So I've got Onana, I've got Nico Williams in defence with Ryan Aït-Nouri and Milenkovic. Right. I guess what you could do is bring Timber into the equation here.
Can I just put something in there? Ryan Aït-Nouri is currently 9.7% owned.
The deadline is tomorrow. I have faith that Ryan Aït-Nouri
let's do
is going to stay under 10% owned. If not, we could just swing him to Semedo.
Mazraoui.
I've put Mazraoui on the bench. He's in this team at the moment. Maybe we could pop Mazraoui in. Actually, and that's a good point, actually. Let's, instead of Semedo, if he does go over 10% owned, it's a sign, right? And we just play Mazraoui.
Sure.
Should we just keep Onana, keep Nico Williams, keep Milenkovic, right? So you got 2 Forest defence, and then basically we keep an eye on Aït-Nouri, but potentially we could just chuck Timber in there instead.
Yeah, great.
Yeah?
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
fine. In midfield, this is where it starts to get a little bit tricky, right? Got Semenyo, great, home to Brentford. Got Jared Bowen, amazingly still under 10% owned, away to Everton, God bless him. Right, I've bought in Morgan Gibbs-White, away to Ipswich. We already had Phil Foden, and I actually took him straight out of this team. Right, I took him out, and I was like, I don't want to see him ever again. But I've ended up bringing him back in because I just feel like we need some. Mate, can I tell you? Can I shock you? Can I shock you with something, Will? In the last 10 games across within the midfielders, right? Phil Foden is the highest midfielder, third highest scoring midfielder. I'm going to say that one more time. Cut that out. Can I?
I'm not cutting it out. I don't cut bits.
So Phil Foden's pretty good, right? He's got his way back into this team, and I've also gone slightly rogue because we need to go slightly rogue. I've bought in Tavernier of Bournemouth, who's back and scoring. So that's the midfield. Can I get your thoughts on that? So other options who are thought about, right, is instead of Foden, you could go Savinho, and then actually no, we've kind of made our bed with Forest now. I was talking about that you could go Callum Hudson-Odoi in here. Or you could go some Spurs coverage away to Fulham with Son or Maddison, but neither of them are guaranteed starters at the moment.
Sonny's on pens. That's the only reason why I'd lean towards him. God, it is really tricky, isn't it? Because looking down the list, there just really isn't a huge amount of players that I'm like, yes, please. Yeah. I mean, it's mad. What's mad to say, right? It's so mad. Money's never an issue with this team, obviously.
Absolutely not.
Because it's a differential team. But to be like, you're looking at Kevin De Bruyne down there that's owned by 3.8%. What world are we living in? Yeah. Like that, he is an absolute footballing genius. Yeah. Arguably one of the best players I've ever seen, and he's just not it at the moment.
So what you do with this midfield then, Will? Semenyo, Bowen, Gibbs-White, Foden, Tavernier.
I like it. The I'm just looking down the list. Obviously, Martinelli's back. But again, I don't want to be part of that. And Nkunku is getting more starts. I like it, Tom. I can't argue with anything. I think I do like. I like Morgan Gibbs-White. I do like that. That's one of my options personally as well. So I think that's a good shout.
He's been in with a lot of captaincy chat as well, Gibbs-White, this week. Very high. He's very high on the incomings. He's been transferred in very highly this week.
It's fair, the reason why I was looking at him because he's been super consistent. Like he's not getting major hauls apart from Brighton a few weeks ago. He got 16 points, but then he got 5 against Fulham, 5 against Newcastle, 3 against Arsenal. And then 5 against Man City last week. So that's just good form.
Good numbers.
And he's got a good fixture and he's got good form. Form and fixtures is normally one of them ones where it's right. It feels good. And you touch.
It's just the perfect combination.
Let's go. Fixtures. Right. Okay. I like it. I think it's good, Tom. I think that's good. It's tricky.
You frowned upon Foden as I did. Do we stick with him?
I don't know. I just want to try and find someone. Like, who else is there?
I think we stay with City. Let's get one City asset in this team. They've got a good fixture, right? At home to Brighton, there'll be goals in that. Foden or Savinho?
Foden.
Okay, keeping Foden. Great. Right. Striking options. This is also a tricky one. Right. So I think the slam dunk this week within the differential. Just a reminder to everyone: differential is who we're counting is below 10% owned.
Correct.
Right. The main option for us this week is Evan Nelson. I think at home to Brentford, I've got him down currently with the armband.
Ooh.
Alongside him is the tricky one. I've got Raul Jimenez at the moment away to Spurs.
Just so tricky. Fulham strikers are so annoying. They're so annoying. You just don't want to touch them because you just don't know who's playing. Every week
he scored in the last game though, didn't he, Raul?
He did,
and I think he is the favoured option. Spurs, as we know, particularly leaky, so I don't mind it. I've got Welbeck on the bench, who's away to City. But mate, look at those options. Look at those striking options, under 10% owned, and it is scarce, mate. We are so limited. The two options, the two also rans I've got in here that don't make it into this team. I've got Beto of Everton.
Yeah.
Right, and the well-documented player who we spent a whole episode swearing about last week is Larson. Strand Larson. So, you know how I feel about that.
I think that, listen...
So does my nan.
Sorry, Shirley. I think that the most important... I think that what needs to be said, is the fact that Strand Larson has a fixture and he's terrible for your team, but for the differential team, he will probably bang. So I'm thinking, Welbeck, I'm fine with Beto. I also I don't like Strand Larson, but he's got the fixture, but he has not got the form at the moment. Or Joshua Zirkzee, because Joshua Zirkzee is a magician at the moment. Last night, I don't know if you saw any of the game, but he was magnificent. And
a magician in the fact that he plays so many minutes without scoring any goals whatsoever. That kind of magician.
I think that goals are just imminent.
Goals are
imminent is the word that we're looking for. When there's one, as soon as there's one, there's going to be plenty more. Anyway, I jokes aside, Strand Larson makes me feel sick inside, but there's no one else. Do you like Evan Nilsson?
Larson or Jimenez? Will, over to you. You're cool. I'm leaving it up to you, mate. I can't like be neutral on this when it comes to Larson. So you can be that guy.
Wow, because Spurs away at Fulham. I bet Fulham are up for it, and I reckon Raul Jimenez has to get something surely.
Okay.
So who have we got? Oh, wait, so you're saying we've got who
so
are the
basically,
three?
This original team that I've picked, we've kept everyone apart from swinging out 8 Nuri for Timber. Properly, I think. So that is, just for the listeners and the viewers, we've got Onana in goal away to Leicester. We've got double Forest defence in Nico Williams and Milenkovic away to Ipswich. Then we're going to have Timber, who's home to Chelsea. We're playing Timber at home to Chelsea over Wolves away to Southampton. Ryan Nuri, who probably will go up to 10%, but
we'll keep an eye on that.
We'll keep an eye on that. Well, I just don't fancy Chelsea. It's bold to go against Chelsea when you've got a defence playing against Southampton, bottom of the league. But, I mean, it's Southampton. They've got to put in a performance at home against Wolves. They've got to score.
Yeah, they have to.
We've got double Bournemouth midfield in Tavernier and Semenyo. We've got Jarrod Bowen, Phil Foden and Morgan Gibbs-White. I like that midfield. Then we've got Raul Jimenez and current captain Evan Nilsson. Do we stick Evan Nilsson captain? Other options could be Gibbs-White away to Ipswich, probably a bit bold for captaincy. Bowen again is on the captaincy chat away to Everton now. Or you've got Bournemouth midfielders. I think if you're going Bournemouth, you stick it on Evan Nilsson.
I'm trying to think. Kluivert still takes penalties, doesn't he, over Evan Nilsson? Tough. I don't mind. Do you know what? I don't mind the Gibbs-White. Like, that fixture, it's just Ipswich. Like, Ipswich aren't... I know we've just said that they're the only team that are going to put up a fight, really. But I just feel like Nottingham Forest is they're so dominant going forward. Their counter-attacking football is a thing of beauty at the moment. Oh, I don't know. Let's go for it. Yeah, Evan Nilsson. I like it.
Cool. Okay, slam dunk. Spike. I'm saying this with less conviction than usually, but you're going down.
Yeah, we'll
just
see.
Watch yourself. We're coming. Doesn't matter about your buffer.
Teen Takedown.
What is the difference? Okay. No, I was actually attempting to count the difference. We're basically... Yeah, it's about 230 points. Great. Okay, cool. Fantastic. So, it is time, Will, for Footballer 20 questions.
Oh, come on then. I'm ready. I'm kind of ready. I'm feeling... Do you know what? Of all the weeks, I'm not feeling that confident. I don't know why. Notes.
You find any questions, Will?
No, do you know what? I didn't do the questions last time, did I? And I did well.
You did all right.
So
use the force, baby. Use the force.
I'm going to go for it. I'm going to see what happens. Right. But I am going to write down my answers because that really did help. Okay. So my first question is, as always, are they in the top 6? Were they in the top 6?
No.
Oh, bollocks. Oh, sorry. Sorry for... I
like bollocks. I think it's allowed. I think it's within the criteria.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what Shirley says.
I'll let you know what Shirley says.
Yeah, thanks. Right. Okay. So no top 6. Okay. Is this player retired?
Yes. Just a little thing for you here, Will.
Okay.
I think this is tricky.
I knew it.
This is a submission from Rutty.
Oh, Rutty, you've been so nice to me in the past.
He sent me a batch a while back. I've been working through them. This was one I liked the look of. I've been saving this one.
Well, just because you're
gonna need to be on form today.
Because I've been on my high horse a little bit, haven't I? And I've been like.
You've been winning too many, mate. You're making me look bad.
Okay, gotcha. Good to know. Okay, I think I've got this in the bag then. I already know. Right, retired, yes. Top 6, no. What are the questions again? Okay, does this player play... Is this player European?
Yes.
Okay, I just took a punt on that because that really helps, like 3 or 4 questions I'm happy about. Euro, yes. Okay, let's try and find the country, shall we? Thirsty there, pal. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen that thing online where there's that guy and there's a bunch of fellas like from the UK playing FIFA or whatever, and it's like a team menu, and all you can hear in the background they're all on a call together like play online, and you just hear the guy go, and then one of the other guys is like, bruv, you thirsty, fam? he's like, I'm parched. And he goes, you sound like you should live in the ocean, bruv. And he goes, are you eating water? I've got to get it up. Spike, me and Spike love that. We send each other like once a month without a doubt. Anyway, right, so... yes. Is this player? Did this player play? I was just about a shot in the dark. Did this player play for France?
No.
Ah, damn it! I thought I'd just burn a question just for a laugh. If I got that right, then it would be over. Paul Pogba.
You asked if he was retired, and I said yes.
Oh yeah, that's a good
just
point.
Reminding you.
Paul Pogba is now officially available for selection again after his ban.
He's only retired, mentally. Physically, he's still playing.
He could be starting for United next season. Right, so which would fit us perfectly. France, no. Okay, so did this player play in like the British Isles?
Yes. That is 5.
Yes, to British.
You're so screwed.
Why?
Just because you're not going to get it.
I'm going to get it. And you know I'm going to get it as well. Is this player known to play for a London club?
He is... No. I mean...
But he has played for...
Yeah, I think I've given you that, haven't I, really?
Yeah, right, no. But he did play for a London club. Okay. That's not really going to do much for me.
That was cheating. You totally just cheated that out of me, man.
You're just loose lips. Loose lips sink ships. And 20 questions. Right, so London club, yes, but no. Did this player play for England?
Okay. Yes. Cool. Good one.
Okay, now I need to find out the position. Right. Was this player an attacking player?
Yes.
Remember last week how I said he was like an attacking midfielder? Well, he couldn't do the same thing.
You're not getting that out of me, sunshine.
Okay, attack, yes. Is this player a striker? Striker.
Yes, he is. This is good, Will. This is good.
Striker, yes. Okay, easy money. Easy money. Rutty, eat my goal. Okay, so striker, played for a London club, but not really. Has this player ever won the Premier League or the FA Cup?
Stand by, please. No. That is 10. Place your bets, guys. We're halfway through. Will get the answer. Can he dig himself out of this? This is a strong start, though. I'm impressed so far.
I need to get one of his club. I need to get his main club. That's what I need to do. I need to get his main club, and his main club will potentially be Newcastle, Aston Villa. There's quite a lot of teams. I won't go through them. Does this player like? Does this player? So no. Oh God, I've got my head. My head's got to that point where it goes like 5 different directions. I need to take the...
Guys, you guys listening, I just want to say you're so lucky because we edit this quite heavily every week. There's so much time passes while Will's trying to think about teams. I'm just going to go and slip out and watch The Godfather. I'm going to come back and then see where Will's at.
I would have started like doing something else at the same time. I've got a feeling it's Newcastle. I've got a feeling they did win the Premier League, but they're not in the top 6. For some reason, I've got Chris Sutton in my head.
You see this well? This is Lord of the Rings Extended Edition Trilogy. Gonna smash those out. Got it recently for Christmas from Pete and Show, actually.
Such a good film, man. Oh, you've totally distracted. That's the worst thing that you could do. That's like the biggest distraction. I'm like, let's have a look at that. That's a good. Right. Right. So let me ask a question. Is this player known for playing in the north part of the UK?
Yes.
Okay.
Good question. Well,
north.
Getting good at this, bro.
Yes. Did this player play for Newcastle?
No.
Okay. Okay. Can I remember how we said? I'm allowed to bring the map up because of my lack of geography skill.
Yeah. We allow the map.
The map is okay. You can do a map. Yeah, okay. Here's a question: is this team currently in the Premier League?
Is what team?
Is the team that he played for in the north that he's known for playing for? Is it currently in the Premier League?
No.
Current Prem.
Did you know that Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers is only 1 minute longer than the Fellowship of the Ring?
Isn't the Two Towers like 20 minutes longer? Isn't it like the Return of the King like 40 minutes longer or something ridiculous?
So, Fellowship of the Ring, right? Theatrical edition 178. Two Towers 179, Return of the King 201.
That's huge.
And I think all of that is in the very flabby ending.
I love it. I love it all. What did we say was the north from Birmingham up? Which is ridiculous.
Nah, we said Stoke. We said Stoke and above.
Stoke and above. Right, okay.
Birmingham is like, you can't say anything like north of Birmingham, which is like the Midlands is north. It's offending so many people.
I know, that is really bad because that's just like all of the Midlands. Like you're saying that I'm from the north. That's classic Southerners. Right, I'm looking at Leeds. I'm looking at Middlesbrough. I'm looking at Leeds and Middlesbrough. That's what I'm looking at. If it's bloody Leeds, I'm not going to be. Attacking player, he's retired. Played for a London club, but known for the north.
Still looking at maps. You're still looking at maps over there, bro. I see a lot of like windows bouncing off your face.
I'll show you.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, cool. That is the British Isles for any pod listeners. He's just.
I can't believe you think that you think that I ever cheat at this. I'm just good at it, mate. Just get over it. Get over yourselves.
All right, that's
Bolton.
I think that's 13. I feel like I've given
you just gave me that one. That I'm currently on 13. I've got the numbers written down here as well, because I know that you cheat when it comes to how many questions, and I take this very seriously all of a sudden. Right, I need to get this. Is this player Caucasian?
Yes.
I need to get the club. Right, I need to get the club. Did this player... What have you got? Stop distracting me. This is what he does, because you know that I'm trying to focus.
I'm just keeping myself occupied, man. I was just looking at.
I don't do
D&D
that.
collection.
I don't do that to you. I just stay locked in and like ready to answer the questions. Did this player play for
Frosty, baby?
Did this player play for? I need to get the club, and I don't. Did this player play for either Blackburn, Middlesbrough, Leeds, or or Sunderland?
Yes, that is 15.
Okay, did this player play for Blackburn or Leeds?
He does not play for Blackburn.
Okay, so Middlesbrough or Sunderland. Okay.
Exney on the Blackburn Bay.
Okay. I never could do that, pig, whatever it's called. I got it. So is this player punching way above his weight in the relationship world?
I don't know. I don't know.
What do you mean?
All I've got, I don't know who his wife is.
You can Google it.
I mean, I've looked into his personal life, and it just said, I'm not going to tell you the name of his wife, but just for example says, so and so is married to Barbara. They have so many kids. That's it. Just first name. That's
not answering my question. Is he punching way above?
Well, I don't know. I haven't got a picture. of Barbara.
Get a picture of Barbara up on Google Images.
I mean, I could only say like maybe he's particularly unfortunate, and he's punching whoever he's with. Do you know?
Okay, fine. We can just have that question as null and void. 15 is a dash. 16 is a question where
you've had 16. You've had 16.
Okay.
That is still void, that question, but if you're on 16...
Yeah, I'm on 16 now.
You're 17.
Oh, I'm on 17 now. Okay. Is his first name... I was just going to go with it. Is his first name Peter?
Oh. No.
Oh, no!
I see where you're going. You were thinking Crouchy, who is obviously punching.
I was wondering
was it you that sent me that thing the other day? It was...
At Cheltenham.
Yeah, I can't talk about that either.
Yeah. That's why I suddenly thought it's got to be that one. Okay, so
Abby
it's
Clancy.
Yeah.
Abby.
So that I was so confident that it was Peter then. So Sunderland or Middlesbrough, I have to get that. So did he play for Middlesbrough?
Who did Crouchy play for? I don't remember.
Sunderland.
Did he? I forgot. No,
I'm thinking of Stoke, aren't I? He played for Stoke.
Yeah, he played for
Sunderland. I just saw the kit,
Awesome.
I was just sort of like, no, I totally screwed up there. Would have been a good one. Sunderland. This is the tightest it's been for me.
This is good.
This is the tightest
it's
been.
This is wriggling time.
Because I when you get to that point, you go, right, Sunderland striker's retired. It's got to be someone I know. I'm just thinking of Sunderland strikers, and I can't think of any.
For all the pod listeners, Will's forehead is starting to get a little bit shiny. He's feeling it now. 2 questions left. He should be getting this, but he is not. This is gold. This is what we've all come to see. 18 questions. I'm going to give you a clue, Will.
What?
He's married to Julie.
That's stupid.
And they have 4 kids.
Can I have any kind of clue?
I'll give you a clue
Okay,
just
go on.
because we've got to get this pod out sharpish. His name
Yep.
sounds remarkably like another football player's name.
This is stupid. I don't like this game. I don't want to play this game anymore. It's a stupid game. No one likes it. No one. It's only fun when I get it right, and it's only fun when you get it wrong.
I'm going to speed things up. He played for Sunderland 208 times, scoring 113 goals.
Blimey, he's an absolute legend.
Prolific.
I should have it. It should just fall into my hand. He is
Super
Stephen.
Super Stephen.
It's over Stephen. That classic Sunderland. No, I give up, man. This is gonna kill me.
Okay, right. Born on 25th of July 1973. He's now 51 years old.
Yeah.
Born in Hitchin, Hertfordshire. He is 5'7". Strong height. He started his career at Baldock Town before moving to Watford. He represented Watford 59 times, scoring 24 goals before moving to Sunderland from the years 1997 to 2003. 113 goals, 208 appearances. Then he got a move to Southampton, where he got 22 goals in 64. Then he moved to Villa, 4 goals in 23. Then he went to West Brom, 38 goals in 71. Then he went to Birmingham City, 19 in 69. Then he went to Blackpool, 18 in 56. Went on Palace.
Wow, he's an absolute demon.
Yeah, he went to Palace on loan, got 6 in 14. Then he got a move to Palace permanently, where he only appeared 4 times, scoring 0 goals. In 2014, he finished his career in Leicester, scoring 2 goals in 12 games. He represented England on 8 occasions without scoring. He is, of course, Super Kevin Phillips, who sounds remarkably like Calvin Phillips. Will, can I get a comment from your shocking display? You should have got that one. You did the hard work. You just had to nudge it over the line.
Do you know what? Really underrated player, and I can only apologise to his family and friends and everyone from the north. Julie, sorry, Jules. Honestly, what a player! I should have got that, and I just couldn't see. I could kind of see him. What he was. He was a prolific goal scorer.
Yes, he was.
Absolute legend.
Ratty, you got him, mate. You got him.
Ratty.
Well done.
You got him. Pants are down. Take your shot,
guys. Next week I'll be back in the chair. Send us your submissions, man. Let's see if you can catch me out. We'd love to hear from you. Do not forget, man. Yes. Tom and Will, FPL, come say hi. Let us know what you thought about the episode. That is us done this week. Enjoy game week 29. We're gonna have a great weekend. Will, you coming down to Oxford later? Coming to see a bit of Andy C tonight.
Andy C, come on, get ravey. Good luck.
No.
No.
All right, guys. Enjoy yourselves. Love you lots. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. There's Will's balloons. You're right on cue. That's our wrap. Hit the music.
Woo! Oh, bollocks!
Good.